What's up, everybody? It's Saturday. Chris with the Silent Flute. We're going to do a breath hold today. And I'll create a time link below, so if you want to skip to the end of the breath hold. The reason I do these breath hold videos is because something comes to me when I hold my breath. It does for most people. And so in an effort to continue to bring you up-to-date and tangible practical skills to assist in your yoga practice, I'm actually recording my yoga practice and then divulging whatever comes to me in the midst of the practice. So today, we haven't really gone over bandhas per se. I have talked about Jalandhara Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. Particular when holding an inhale Jalandhara Bandha, which is, they call it a chin lock, but technically Jalandhara Bandha has to do with the forehead and the atlas, where the cranium sits on the spine. By taking the chin down to the chest, or just simply, if you have a straight spine, by tucking the chin so that you feel that kind of flexion at the joint between the cranium and the atlas, that creates a lock. And it is anatomically a lock, but it's to remind you to bring your awareness to that space within your body, between kind of your jawbones, under your throat. It's in there. And it is connected to the throat chakra, and it is a chin lock, but that for some reason helps to keep the energy in. And it might sound esoteric if you don't do pranayama, but you definitely have a tangible sensation of energy running through your body. It might be something like hyperventilating, or who knows. But the more I speak, the shorter my breath hold will be. Without further ado, the breath hold has a lot of wonderful benefits, which I mentioned in a previous video a week ago, which actually, I mean, it didn't really go viral, but it's one of my more popular videos because I named it something so basic as breath retention benefits. So in an attempt to not be misleading, because I'm not the highest authority on breath retention benefits, I just explained my experience. I renamed the video a little bit. It still surprised me that people clicked unlike it. So it gives you a reference for stillness, the breath retention. There's, even if you don't necessarily hear yourself breathe, like in a yoga practice, you might breathe a certain way, like an ujjayi sound. So you can literally hear your breathing. And you probably hear your breathing if you do exercise, but for the most part, you don't really hear yourself breathe. Maybe when you're sleeping or something, or you're falling asleep, you might hear some breathing. But it's always there. That sound is there. It's just a drone sound. It's a sound that you've become so accustomed to your whole life that you just don't really hear it. And you know this for a fact when you hold your breath. In general silence, I mean, this is the daytime, so there's commotion around, but the internal silence that is created from holding your breath. And you do it enough and you start to realize that even when I don't necessarily hear myself breathing, my breath is making a sound in my body. Like as that passes over the windpipe and exhale and going through the narrow nose passage or in your mouth, whatever, it's making noise. That noise is a slight distraction for your mind. And other than that, there's not really much else to say about the breath hold today. But definitely that chin lock. Also, I did a little khechari mudra, just flattening the back of the tongue, creating a little more space in the channel. So I'll link that video below. I have a video on khechari mudra, which helps with creating space, and it helps with the flow of energy. So this is Saturday video. Comment below your thoughts on these breath retention videos. I'll keep doing them as long as people keep watching them. Namaste.